Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. How are you guys doing today? Well, guys, I wanted to be on here earlier, but just wasn't possible due to some things I had to do before. So this message isn't going to be really long today. Um, I hope you guys are doing good. The weather is nice outside like it was yesterday. Enjoy it because I think in a few days we're going to have a change in the weather. It's going to get cold and it's probably going to stay cold. But anyway, guys, I stopped by because I wanted to encourage you and lift you up and share a message with you today. The topic of discussion is make new connections, and keep healing. Keep taking care of yourself, even if you do one thing for yourself every day. Make a goal of it, to have time alone, to do some things that make you feel good. Some people like crossword puzzles during their time alone. People like some others like music, like the piano, whatever it is that lift up your spirits and take care of your physical and mental health, please do so, guys. Never stop doing that, male and female, because we all have issues, things that's going on in our life that we need to heal so that we can move forward and enjoy our life. Do not allow fear to stop you, because sometimes things can feel overwhelming, like the walls are closing in at times. Ask God to help you. I know when I was down to the ground and hurting, and a lot of things was happening, etc. I, asked God to help me because I knew that couldn't do this by myself. And as I did that, God started to come through, especially as I made vows to Him and honor those vows, and really in a great mood today. And there's some good things that's happening. The fruit of my labor is coming to fruition. And just, guys, just don't give up on yourself because if you don't love and take care of yourself, who else will? So it's important. It's not being selfish. It's not being narcissistic. It's keeping you here longer and alive. It's important. I went to the gym today earlier. I didn't use all the equipments that I normally use, but I was able to do a few because my time today is a little different. But I got there and I got myself out of the car and went in and worked out. And I don't know why I have a problem getting there, guys, because like I said, it's only like 3 or 4 minutes away from my job. It's just changing, I guess, out of my work clothes into the gym clothes. I don't know why I feel the way I do about that. But anyway, I did it. And twice a week is my goal. And, I'm starting to have more energy and feel better. So do things that's going to uplift your spirit and make you feel alive. Make new connections. As you close doors to the past, make new connections. And remember, as I said in prior videos, that you cannot have two and three doors open and expect to walk through a new door of new beginnings, and you got two and three doors over here open of toxicity. So those doors have to be closed so that you can walk through the new door. And it's scary because you don't know what to expect when you open up those new doors, but it's important. As you feel better, you start to do better. And for me, let me use myself as an example. Um, I'm not interested in the doors that I close. Sometimes, in the beginning, when you close these doors, sometimes you ask yourself or question yourself, in the beginning, did you make the right decision, etc. And I know that I've made the right decisions because I don't just shut doors and shut people out. What I do is talk about, etc., and what it is, and try to, compromise you know, how do you say that? I don't know if the word is compromise, but negotiations to try to come to an understanding. And, especially setting some boundaries when I know I need to heal. And when people start to disrespect that, they're just showing you who they are. They don't respect what you're doing. They don't care about your healing and anything else that you have to do. So that's when I cut off, block, and delete and know I've made the right decision. And then I continue to heal and take care of myself. It's hurtful, but I have to close those doors because now I've seen behind the mask. And then I padlock those doors and move towards my new beginning. Out of all of this and everything that I do, I stay in prayer with God, asking God to help me. And sometimes people, from your past, when you close those doors and make that decision because you have to for your mental or physical health, they get angry because now they don't have access to you anymore. So they start lying, plotting, and saying a whole bunch of stuff. In the beginning, those things used to really bother me. But as I continue to stay on the path to heal, stay in prayer, take care of myself, I start to grow, and not just grow as a person, but grow in my strength. And, as you go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and as you overcome these challenges, you grow stronger. Because remember, I always tell you guys that certain things come in your life as a lesson, and those things are not meant to stay. So as you start to educate yourself about these things and learn more and why it's happening, then you better know how to get through them and to heal these things and leave the past where they are. Because like I said before, some circumstances and people and situations are not meant to stay in your life. They are there to help you learn a lesson so that you can learn that lesson, grow from it, and close those doors and move towards your new beginnings. And I've been learning that it's been hard, because at first I was angry, upset with God and with everybody else until I started to heal and understand why those specific things were happening. When you're a generous person and you like to help other people and give, sometimes people think you're weak and pathetic. And so they come into your life to test you, to ride on your coattail, to take from you, to think they're entitled to take something that you build from the ground up. And, you have to become, you have to heal these things so that you don't. I'm going to use myself. So I had to heal these things so I didn't continue to allow these type of individuals into my life. Because as I close doors to that, then a new situation will occur, but it's the same scenario, different person, circumstances, but same scenario. And I had to learn to say no. Especially when you see somebody is an opportunist, they're looking for an opportunity to ride your coattail. Somebody who wants to be taken care of because they don't want to work and they see you have something that you built from the ground up and they want to claim it for themselves, knowing that they have no rights to it. But when you are generous and giving, and sometimes you want to close your eyes to situations because you want to help people, and perhaps through your example you can help them. But when a person already have impure intentions, that says a lot, about what they're doing. So when I see that and see behind a mask, like I said before, I wasn't learning these lessons. I was just making excuses for people. Oh, she or he is doing that because of a broken childhood or because of whatever. And I don't do that anymore. If it looks like a duck, it's the color of a duck, it's walking and quacking like a duck. I don't call it a dog or a fish. I look at it for what it is now. And then I make the decision. I confront it, which I wasn't doing before. I confront these things head on. And, then I'm disrespected and a person want to continue in that direction, then I shut, cut off, block, and delete. Close those doors forever and move towards my new beginnings as I continue to stay focused on my healing and my growth. And as you grow, guys, and you grow from these situations, you don't want to repeat them. Because in my case, I repeated them, I don't know how many times, guys, more than 3, 4, 5 times. Excuse me. And when I didn't learn the lesson, when it comes back around, it's worse than ever. So I try to learn them. And now, I'm in a situation, not a situation, but a position where I tell people how I feel. They don't like it, like a so-called family member, who I don't really know that well. Um, I don't know. I have this thing with family, guys, because most of the family that I have, like my family who was alive, like my grandparents and my mom, father, were like, they're no longer here. And, when people have problems and you keep bailing them out of situations, they're not learning lessons. And I was doing that a lot, helping them, not even knowing the full story of what they got going on. And I stopped doing it. It's not my problem. And then, they're like insisting, I'm sorry, I'll pray for you, but I am not going to do A, B, C, and D and get involved with your situation, because I'm not that same Lisa anymore. And some people don't like the new Lisa, but that's okay too, because like some of the people who don't like the new me were never meant to be, I mean, never meant to stay in my life. And I see it as a lesson learned, and I move forward. Because when you move forward and open up new doors, those are new beginnings. And you start to see what is supposed to be in your life. You start to embrace your life instead of staying in a place of bitterness because of all the negative things that happen in toxicity. You start to embrace your life instead of just existing. And that's important, not to just exist, but to have zest for life and to live your life to the fullest, knowing that those doors are closed for a reason and God is going to bring you to new doors. Like when God have you to close doors and you close doors after learning lessons, he opened up new doors for you, new situations, better situations, people who really care about you, people who want to see you win and want to be there to help you and motivate you. Invite people and circumstances like that in your life. Talk to God, tell him what you want, and start working towards that. And I'm talking from experience. Do things that bring happiness to your life, so that you can have happiness and peace, because there's so much toxicity in this world. It's more of that than just the peace and just being tranquil. When you hear all these stories and things, sometimes what I've noticed too is that some people love drama and they'll try to bring it in your front door. And that's another lesson I had to learn, to stop allowing people to drag me into their drama and toxicity. If you're over here minding your business, taking care of yourself, building yourself up, healing, sometimes someone will come and try to interrupt that and drag you into some toxic situations that they got going on. What I do now with that, I just, don't even respond. I don't answer my phone to certain things from the past and messages and people making fake accounts. And, sometimes I don't know it's a fake account, but once I realize, because it has a specific lingo to it that I've gone through 1,000 times, I just smile and cut off, block, and delete, and then keep it moving. Never give up on yourself. Continue to heal these things. And as you learn these lessons, you don't really repeat them, because if you were someone like me who had to just go through the same situations over and over again, the same lessons, but different scenarios, then you know what the lesson looked like when it comes back around. And you don't want to go through that again. So you just cut it off, block, and delete, and it's important, guys, because who wants to be in a place of feeling miserable, broken down, busted, and disgusted? I've been there, believe me, to the point where I felt like I wasn't getting up, but God got me up as I did the work, and that's what I'm talking about, building something from the ground up, where no one's helping you but God, and you have to go through the dirt and the mud. I've been there. So when people talk about, oh, we're going to knock her down and make sure she's in hell or whatever, the stuff that I've heard, of course, and seen from other people, I've already been there. The purpose of that was God wanted to break me down to nothing so that I can put my trust in him and see the toxicity I had around me, that these people never gave a damn about me in the first place. They were there so that I can learn hard lessons that I was never learning, because I was over giving of myself to the wrong people and situations. And once I learned that lesson, I don't repeat it. Of course, I'm in a place of being generous and helping people, but not over giving to others, and people got their hand out like an ATM machine or something like that. I don't do those things anymore. And I was doing that with family members, and just because we share a certain DNA or share whatever, it's not my responsibility to take care of you or help you with something because you don't want to take care of yourself. It's not my responsibility. you know it's my responsibility. I don't owe you anything, owe them anything. I owe everything to me and to God, because I had to do the work, the hard work, and look at myself and see what I needed to do so that I can heal and be whole again, instead of being broken down, busted, and disgusted and staying in that place of misery. And some days, everything is not perfect every day, but you go through what you need to go through and you keep working on yourself. The most important thing I'm going to tell you guys as you do the work is to love yourself, flaws and all. Love yourself, because when you love yourself, you want to get in and do the work to help yourself heal. And how can anybody else love you if you don't love you? It's important. And if somebody look a certain way and you don't look that way, never be envious or jealous of that, because we are all different, in different ways, shape, forms, etc. Accept yourself, love yourself. And then if you want to change something about yourself, work on that. Like me, I love to eat, people. I'm going to tell you honestly, I love fried chicken, this and that. Bring it here, I'm going to eat it. That's the kind of attitude. And then I start to understand, because my grandmother had 11 kids and my grandfather, they had a farm. And they were up at the crow of the rooster. My grandmother loved to cook and I loved to eat. And I had to change that, meaning that the weight that was coming on, I'm only 5'3", but I go to the gym, and my doctor wanted me to lose weight because it's not healthy, when you get to a certain point. And I am losing the weight as I do the work. Little by little, nothing ventures, nothing gain. And I'm proud of the fact that I am putting in the work, because I feel healthier and I have more energy because of it. So anything that you want to do, make goals, like I'm going to do this at a specific time and work towards it, and ask God to help you. And I promise you, as you take those steps, God will take steps on your behalf if you're in the upright and your intentions are pure, and he will help you. I'm living proof of that, people. Never give up on yourself. When you are the best version of yourself, you can take care of your responsibilities and everything else around you. But if your mental and physical health is messed up, you can't take care of yourself or anything around you. So let's make a point of being at peace, guys, instead of broken down into pieces. Thank you for this message, for listening to this message today. I have to go now, and I will be back again tomorrow. Please subscribe to the channel and you will get a notification as to when I'm on, because I can never promise a time as to when I'm going to be here. Thank you for listening. Enjoy this weather before it gets cold again, guys, and take care of yourself. Do things to uplift yourself. Let me know in the comment category down, in the comment section, what some of the things you are doing to, improve your life and make yourself improve your healing and things. I would like to know that. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.